So ESG for a while became incredibly trendy. We saw that. I remember it was fun. It was like, 5+ years of just inflows and great performance, et cetera. And then all of a sudden it just became this idea that for, I think, a lot of firms, they used it a bit as a marketing tool. So it became, a way to put sustainable in your the name of your strategy, but not really incorporate that in a way that added value. It became about, looking at climate trajectories and water usage for things that it didn't actually have a material impact, like banks, for example. So you really lost it as a source of alpha, and it just became something that people tied themselves to because it was trendy and brought inflows. And I think that was really problematic. So you had a lot of people who got involved in sustainable investing, potentially not for the right reasons. They forgot that there was actually a performance component to it, or there should have been. So then when you had tough performance, it was really tough to keep those assets because any strategy is going to go through periods of underperformance. But if you didn't actually believe in and didn't actually integrate that in a meaningful way, then of course you drop that label, for example, or you drop the process that you incorporated to call yourself sustainable. And we've seen a lot of that. I think ESG in the US it's become just a hated topic, right? And it's really performance driven more than anything, because I think if you are a long-term investor, and I do think that, that's really one of the only exploitable sources of alpha in the market today is having a differentiated time horizon, then these factors are really important in terms of driving revenue and managing risks. So it's been a challenging time in the U.S. right now. You basically have to defend sustainability. Mm-hmm. For me, it's, at the end of the day, we can call it ESG investing and we can call it sustainable investing. But considering factors that affect the long-term value of a company, to me, is just investing, period.